In this Cubicl review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the software Cubicl. If you have any questions, please comment them down below, and I'll also be sure to leave a discounted link down there so you can always get your money's worth for the software. Cubicl is a software where you can chat, organize, and get things done using a single project management app. So this is what you should see once you're first signed in, or even logging in again. So right here there's a lot going on, so for any beginners it could be quite overwhelming. However, this is just because the software actually adds in a lot of random stuff, or even a lot of introduction stuff for when you first sign in. So for any beginners, you don't have to actually get overwhelmed straight away. So I'm going to quickly go through each feature, and then throughout the review I'm going to dive deeper into each feature and see all of the main features of this software and how it works. So straight off the bat, up in the top left hand corner is the Cubicl logo, which is actually clickable, and if you click this it should take you to the main page. To the right of that you can actually see any latest updates for this software. All the way to the right into the middle you can see your messaging notifications, and then all the way to the top right hand corner you can see help or even log out. So this is the main home page. It has all of the other features pretty much just in a dashboard area. You have your tasks on the left hand side right here, and then your reports to the right of that, and then your tasks pretty minimized below the reports. All the way to the right you have any messages with any other members of the software, and you can actually invite team members if you want to go ahead and actually add a team. Down in the bottom right you have notes, which you can't see right now, but there is a notes section. So I'm going to go through the main features of this software now and dive deep into what it actually does. So on the left hand side you can actually go onto my calendar, and pretty much this is just your personal calendar if you want to go ahead and actually sort out what you are doing on this software. So all it is a calendar. You can go ahead and actually add tasks and stuff on your calendar of what you need to do, and then to the left you have your filters and then stuff like that, like your states. So if you wanted to go ahead and actually add a task, you just click on a day you want to add one, and it opens up this little page where it says create tasks. You can change the details, files, steps, recurrence and other. Right here you can select the project. I've already got a project selected, and then you can name it, add a description, start date, deadline, tags and client. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly fill in this information so we can move on to the next step. So there you go, you can go ahead and actually fill in this information correlating with your own information. I just went ahead and typed in reviews, and then you can actually add your start date, add your client, tags and stuff like that. So next you can actually add any files if you want to, but we're not going to do that. But if you wanted to, it's right here. You just click on files and click upload file. To the right of that you have your steps, where you can actually add a step type or even a new step, and then you can add the reoccurrence. You can just choose to make the task recurring, and then any other things you can actually go ahead and actually change any of the workflows. So once you're happy with your created task for your date, you go ahead and click create in the bottom right hand corner. And once you've clicked create, it should then add it to your calendar eventually, but mine's not added right now. I think it takes a few seconds to load. So back to the left hand side on the chat section, you can go ahead and actually create a larger chat section rather than having it just on the right hand side. If you want to go ahead and actually have a main chat with anyone on the software or anyone in your team. So you can invite team members right there, create a new chat group down below that, and then you can actually just create a chat group here where it says any chat threads or even chat groups. So let's go ahead and actually click create a chat group, and all you have to do is actually enter a group name. So again we're just going to call it reviews, and then you would add your group members, but I don't have any members right now because I don't know anyone on this software. But you go ahead and actually add your group members and then click save. Obviously again I don't have any group members so I can't actually create one, but once you click save all it does is create a group chat like a normal chat software or a chat app. Back to the left hand side we can then go onto the main project section, and this is where all of the main stuff in the software actually happens. So I already have a created project right here, but we're going to go ahead and actually create a new project so I can run you through how you actually create one. So down here you can actually click create new project, and it opens up this page where there's a lot going on, but all you have to do is actually just go through the information and type in whatever you want to type in. So I'm just going to name it software, and then you can choose to have a parent project if you want, and then you can actually select the project under which new project will be created. So you can do that if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. You can also add your admins, members right here like before, and then even select whether you want it as a private project. Down here you can actually add your project permissions like the pages, members and non-project members, and you can go ahead and actually select what permissions you want to give anyone. So once you've actually been through all that and decided what you want to do with your project, you go ahead and then click save. It should then open up this section where there is a lot of stuff up here that you can go through within your project. You have tasks, files, Gantt chart, timeline chart, calendar, reports and settings. Again, you have your messages on the right hand side if you want to, with your different teams and projects. Right there I have the software one and the reviews one, which is a cool feature so you can flick back and forth between them. You have your all tasks, members and archives right there. So now we want to go ahead and actually create a task for our project section. All you want to go ahead and do is go to the top left hand corner and click create. So now you're going ahead and actually creating your task for this software and for your project section, and you want to go ahead and name it, add a description, start date, deadline, client and your tags. So let's go ahead and actually just name it. I'm going to name it reviews again, and then we're not going to add a description. You go ahead and actually select a start date, change the hour if you want to, and then same with the deadline date, and you can change the hour if you want to. You can then select a client, but we're going to select example company, and then your assignees. I'm just going to put my own account on there. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and go through the files, steps, recurrence and other, just exactly like we did on the calendar section. You can go ahead and go through that again and correlate it to your own business, and then click create. So now we've gone ahead and actually created our own tasks. So as you can see, it comes up here with the name of it, the assignees. If you have any teams, you can assign them, upload files, edit it, actions, and then stuff like your time tracking and the activities and tasks. A cool feature about this is if you actually want to add any comments, or if anyone's actually wanting to give any updates within your team, all they have to do is actually click on this and type a comment. So I'm just going to type in update and then click send, and there you go, a little update type actually comes into this section. You can click the 3 bars if you want to reply, edit or even delete it. So now again, all you have to do is just go through this and then work with your team to actually go ahead and manage your task. On the right hand side you have the client, start date, followers, priority and the owner and reminders, just normal stuff for a task. Up back to the top section of the project section, you can then also add any files right here if you want to by just clicking on the file section, and then you can click upload file if you want to go ahead and do that. To the right of that we have a Gantt chart if you also want to have or visualize one of them, a timeline chart if you want that as well, where it pretty much just gives you a plan for your timeline with whatever task you are doing, your calendar which is your group calendar rather than your personal one, reports which is right here and you can go ahead and actually see any reports, and then finally the settings for your project. So that's pretty much it for the project area. It just pretty much again just creates a project, and now back at this section you can see the main project we have just created, and then that's the one that's pending and it should be active soon. So there you go, now we have a project created just like the one I created earlier, and now we can go on to the other section where you can actually go ahead and start implementing all of the other features. So I'm not really going to go through this section, I'm just going to quickly run over what each area is, because again it all depends on who's actually using the software. So you have the clients, where if you have any clients you'd put your own clients in, your own deals, bookkeeping, client portal, workflow, time offs, integration, and then emails, forms and organization. All of that is just information for your business and your team, and you can go ahead and actually input that for this software. And that's pretty much it for this software. And there you go, that is it for the Cubicl software review. Overall I think it's a really great software for teams, and there are a lot of features I personally like. Those features are that it actually is really simple and easy to actually understand and navigate the software. It's also great that you can add your team and easily create projects and tasks, and pretty much just have a really good way of working with your team. Overall in general, on how it just works with the software and how well it is integrated again with your teams, and how well you can actually go ahead and create your project and add a lot of great features that you want to add. Would I recommend this software to anyone? Yes, I absolutely would. Anyone who's looking for a software where you can actually work with your teams, this is probably one of the best out there. Again, the way it's integrated with the messages and the teams and the comments and the way it all works, this is a really great software for that. Would I use it myself? Yes, I absolutely would. Pretty easy to answer. This is a software I would use myself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.